Okay, start. Can you tell me your name, your job title, and what areas you work in?
Yep, my name is Patrick MacCoon, and I work at the Cleveland Daily Banner as a full-time sports reporter. And basically, there I cover all the Bradley County sports, such as Bradley Central High School, Cleveland High School, Walker Valley High School, Polk County High School, and two colleges right now. So, just kind of a local high school and college reporter.
Oh, very cool. Why did you choose sports journalism?
I think it was always a passion from an early age. I remember growing up, I would get Sports Illustrated when I was in elementary school. I would read those about every day, and then I watched the Braves on TV, and I just fed into college sports too. And when I went up to the University of Tennessee, I really found a niche at the Daily Beacon and just telling the stories of athletes and coaches, and really like just the aspect of giving the fans a unique perspective into the games and players' unique stories on and off the field. So it's been a passion that I was kind of always knowing I was going to pursue since about the age of 8 years old or anything like that.
How'd you get started in sports journalism?
I was a sophomore in high school, and I went to a camp at American University, and there was a sports writer named Gary Graves for USA Today Sports, and basically he took me and a lot of my other fellow campers under his wing, kind of taught us the basics of sports journalism, how it serves a unique role in the sports world. And then I just kind of fed off that. I went back to Red Bank High School, and I became a sports editor there for my newspaper, and covered all the sporting events while playing baseball and practicing and doing all that. And it became a daily activity kind of for me to report on sports, and Twitter helped a lot with that. I like social media and covering sports in every way, so it's been something that was easy to pick up from early on in high school until now.
When you got to the University of Tennessee, what kind of path did you take once you got there?
Even before I started as a student at University of Tennessee, I approached the Daily Beacon with a sample stories notebook, about 50 stories of my best work from high school and Bleacher Report and other sites. And basically from day one, I was a member of the Daily Beacon sports section covering Tennessee football, other sports. It led into being a beat writer for Lady Vols basketball and covering Tennessee football, and being a sports editor for one summer and a writer. I actually got paid for it, so that was a nice little gig while I was in school at UT and all of that. So it was something I wanted to start from the get-go. It wasn't a major I had to think about much at all.
So once you got out of college, what was your path that you took as far as jobs and stuff like that?
It was actually kind of interesting. I went back to my hometown, Chattanooga, from the start and freelance with the Times Free Press for about a month and a half, and then I had a full-time sports editor job offered to me from Missouri in a town called Warrenton, kind of in between St. Louis and Columbia, and I took that. Got to do some unique things out there, cover St. Louis Rams and some high school sports, and then after that, I was there for about 5 months, came back to Chattanooga, covered high school sports for a publication, then got back with the Times Free Press, and then another job saw my work for them as a freelancer, and it opened up another full-time job for me. So it's kind of a blessing to have opportunities everywhere since I've graduated a little bit.
What are your long-term goals now that you're kind of in a position where you're working a full-time job and things like that?
I think basically I know the Cleveland Daily Banner is a really good stepping stone. The likes of like John Bryce and Gene Henley and a lot of good sports writers, talented ones, have come through there before. So I hope that leads me to another big paper or feeds me into something like a website, maybe a magazine, like anything like ESPN.com, Times 3 Press if the full-time job opened up there, but basically just working towards a big level where it covers a big college program, professional sports, anything like that again.
And what do you think are the necessary skills to be successful in sports journalism?
I think you've got to be careful. You can't burn people right away. I know some people, you can say things and give your honest opinions, but you want to be a fair reporter. You want to report the facts while also putting your own twist on things, but not crossing any lines, and always sticking to proper style. I mean, AP goes a long way in writing, but having your own voice and everything, something that's unique to readers, like they won't find it anywhere else. That's kind of something I've focused on. You want to have a unique storytelling aspect to your writing. You want to be able to tell them something that the average fan can't pick up from watching the telecast, or going in depth on something that somebody may have missed, or telling the story of an athlete that goes beyond the football field or any sport.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.